Today, 13 state attorneys general sent a letter to Fortune 500 corporations demanding that they end affirmative action practices or face legal consequences, saying that the Supreme Court's recent decision should place every employer and contractor on notice of the illegality of racial quotas and race-based preferences in employment. Joining me now is the man leading that coalition, Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti. Jonathan, do you expect corporations that are so tight with the Democrats on so many issues now, including on the China question, that they're going to fall in line here and just say, okay, we're afraid of this letter?
There was a lot of misinformation that came out immediately after that decision. And I think anybody who reads it and looks at the relationship between Title VI covering education discrimination and Title VII covering employment discrimination has to think that the fundamental principle here is the same, and that is you can't treat people differently because of the color of their skin. So if corporations are going to continue on their track, at least they'll know that they should be concerned, and that this decision, while some people are reading it narrowly, really seems to speak to that fundamental principle in a very forceful way.
Well, you're an attorney general. I'm just a recovering attorney. But this is obviously going to end back up at the Supreme Court. I mean, you can read it as much as you want into the decision, but the court likes to sort of narrowly apply its holdings. So they're going to push this to a legal challenge, and then appeal it up the chain till it gets back to the Supreme Court. But two members of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission of President Biden published a piece in Bloomberg Law, and they wrote that those calling for an end to DEI efforts due to the court's decision are wrong. Employers can and should maintain their commitment to advancing DEI principles in their workplaces. They're not letting this go, Mr. Attorney General. No way, no how.
Well, there are a lot of people deeply invested in that, but DEI has very broad meanings, very different meanings, and I think the concern here is about explicitly treating people differently based on race, setting quotas, refusing to hire people because they have the wrong color skin. These are things that we fought hard to get rid of in America, and the court seems to be very willing to engage on these issues. So corporations need to know that this is not a cost-free, risk-free exercise for them.
All right, Mr. Attorney General, thank you very much.